this assignment, I try to do a sphere and a cube into a space. I start with the cube. I create two rectangles that I edit with the white tool. Then I'll create a roof with a pen tool. I select the forms and create basic gradients as fills for them. I edit the angles and the colors on the gradients. I create a reflection on the shadow side. I copy the right side, set a gradient with a light color and a light color, and the other color to be opacity 0. The other one I leave to opacity 40%. Now there's a double gradient on the shadow side. I do the same on the left side, a copy of the side and a gradient from opaque light to transparent light. I move the gradient so that it starts from the center of the form. The shadows I create as gray to transparent gray gradients. I'll blend their edges with white to transparent white gradients. Then I start with the sphere. I create a radial gradient with 3 colors. The light color, the shadow color, and the bounced light. On top, I create few reflections. From white to transparent white radial gradients. When I've created them as circles, I can squeeze and rotate the whole circle with a black arrow. I refine the sphere with the gradient tool. I put the sphere next to the cube and think about their lighting. I create a cast light for the sphere as a radial gradient from dark gray to transparent dark gray. I create one more copy of the left side of the cube and add a radial gradient on it. I set the colors to be light to look like the sphere is reflecting light to the cube. I also create the copy of the sphere and add a shadow gradient on it. So I stack these shadows and lights on top of each other. I add one more shadowing gradient to the left side of the cube, so that it would look like that the shadow of the sphere is also affecting the cube. I adjust the forms I've done and add few more small shadows. I need to invent ways to blend the shadows of the cube. When having this many forms, selecting the right one can be a bit tedious. Check the video for this. In the end, I'll add some weathering to the corners of the cube. This can be done with flat color surfaces. I'll also add some scratches to the sphere with filled forms. I'll reduce the opacity of these forms from the second row. That blends them better to the background. Here are all the forms I have used.